All right, happy 2019. All right, so the Patriots secured the number 2 seed. They'll get the bye in the playoffs. Huge. Patriots look good at the end of the season. They weren't playing great teams, so there's a lot of unknowns going into the playoffs in terms of how the Patriots could perform. But we do know a few things. Here's what we know. In terms of the eye test, the Patriots are playing as poorly as we've seen them play in recent years heading into the playoffs. Overall, I know they've looked good in the last 2 games, but overall, this season just doesn't really truly inspire you. So that's number 1. Number 2 is they will absolutely face the best competition that they've seen in years on the AFC side of the bracket. You can make an argument that any one of these AFC tournament teams could make the AFC Championship game. That has not been the case in years past. Here's the other thing I know. The magic is gone. For example, 28-3 ain't happening again. Coming back from being down 10 to one of the best defenses we've seen this decade ain't happening again. Those days, those miraculous comebacks, Patriot magic, those are over. Now their road record was spotty. There's matchups I don't like, but they can beat the teams they're going to face in the AFC playoffs. But they could also lose to anyone, and this is what else I know. They will have to play the game on their terms if they're going to beat these teams. On their terms and on schedule. They get off schedule, they play the game on the other team's terms, they lose those games. This team isn't good enough to overcome those scenarios. They're still very good. They still got Brady and Belichick. They can still beat you with discipline and scheme and situational football, but they can't overcome not being able to play their game. They can't overcome getting off schedule. That's why I quoted Dr. Ian Malcolm during the Jets game the other day. Patriots look good, everybody ooh and ah. That's what Dr. Malcolm said at the beginning of Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, ooh, ah, that's how it always starts. But then later there's running and screaming.
You feel a little bit unsettled because you know what's out there and you don't know what's going to happen once things get real.
Well, as you know, I'm not on Snapface and all that, so I don't really get those.